Okay, so this is what we'll need. A mold. And I'm using this lip mold. I think I purchased it from Michael's. Some melt and pour from Michael's. Some sticks. Some bags. Some ribbon. Alcohol. Glitter. Fragrance oil. Food coloring. Soap coloring. This is mica powder. Some polymer clay. And a Pyrex. Okay, so we'll just take our mold, and I'm going to use the middle one. And we'll take our clay and just condition it till it's really soft. And place our stick. And I'm going to go about here. And just put the clay right across here. And that'll hold it in place. Now, if you want to do one without a stick, you would just take the clay, because I have one, and I'll show you guys at the end of the video what that looks like. You would just take the clay and just block it here. Okay, let's move this to the side. And now we are going to cut some melt and pour. I never measure, guys. I could easily just weigh the one that I've done before and just tell you, but I kind of like to eyeball it, so I'm just going to cut a few pieces and pop them into the microwave. Well, that should be enough, because we're just going to pour a thin layer first, and we'll see. You'll see as I do that. So I'm going to microwave this and come right back. Okay, so now I have my melt and pour, and it's ready. And I'm just going to let it cool down a little bit. And while I'm waiting for it to cool down, I'm just going to add a tiny drop of food coloring. Okay, I keep getting interrupted by our locksmith. We're getting some locks changed, so he's coming in and out. Now I have a little bit of a skin, so I'm just going to heat this up for about 5 seconds. Okay, so I'm not going to add any fragrance to this, and I added just a little bit of food coloring to give it a color. This is going to be the top, and we want it to be as clear as possible, because this is not the best clear melt and pour, so let's just pour that in. Okay, so now we take our alcohol and just spray it. Very generous. And this is 91% alcohol. You can pick this up at Walmart or CVS. So I'm just going to let this form a skin, and we'll come back for the second layer. So now I have my next melt and pour layer ready. It's melted. So all I'm going to do now is add some glitter. And I'm going to be very generous with this. I'm also going to add some fragrance. And this is called Sex Bomb. It's very strong, so you don't have to add a whole lot. And I'm just going to mix this up. There we go. And pour this in. Then our alcohol, spray it with alcohol to make our bubbles pop. Let that sit and come in for our very last layer. Okay, so now we have our final layer of melt and pour, and as you can see, there's still some glitter left inside, but that's okay. I'm going to add some fragrance. And now, this is up to you. You can add some more food coloring or liquid soap color. But I'm going to use some mica because I want a deeper color for my background. So I'm going to mix this up really well. And while I'm mixing, it's actually cooling it down also. Okay, I think that's good enough. So now for our final pour. Hopefully it's enough. If not, then I'll just mix up some more and add to it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my little knife and hit around the edges to make sure everything's covered. Spritz with alcohol. Okay, so now I'll just let this set up and we'll come back and pop it out. Okay, so now I just popped this out the refrigerator. I'm just going to move these for now. And I can get the rest of the clay once I pop it out. See how pretty it is? And I'm just going to use my thumb and press down to pop it out. And now I'll just clean up around the edges. Get the clay from around it. And spray it with alcohol to keep it from sweating. Because glycerin soaps sweat. They attract moisture from the air. So they definitely will sweat. So I'm going to let this dry, then I'll clean up around the edges and I'll come back and wrap it for gift giving. Okay, so just come in with something flat, and I'm just going to use this butter knife again. And just, just trim around the edges. You can use a card, a credit card, or anything, and just smooth it out. And if you have any more of the clay, you can just use like the tip of it and scrape it off. But go around and just clean the edges. And if you need to, you can take your finger and smooth it. Just make sure they're clean and sanitized. Okay, and once that's done, you spray it back because you don't want it to sweat also. And while I was waiting, I went ahead and took some of the length off of the stick because I didn't like how tall it was. Here you can see how long it was before. So it's up to you. I'll clean this up at the bottom some more, but yeah, I think I like this length better. So I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll come back and package it. So while it's drying, I can go ahead and show you what it looks like without the stick. And it's just a matter of you placing the clay right at the bottom like I showed you before to block it from seeping out. So that's what it looks like without the stick, and this is what it looks like with the stick. And it still has to dry, and I just sprayed that with some alcohol too. Too bad it won't stay this shiny. It'd be really pretty, but it's still pretty without it. I really like how the glitter is shining through. So let's just let this finish drying, and we'll come back for the next and final step. So now that our soap is completely dry, we can go ahead and take one of our bags, and I've already taken one out. This one is kind of a snug fit. It's actually a shrink bag that I use for my soaps. So what I'll do now is just get it to go on the inside. And try not to smear the plastic. And you do need to seal these because, like I said, glycerin attracts moisture. Okay. So now just take some ribbon. Take about that much. And I think I picked the ribbon up at Michael's too. I really love going to Michael's because I get to use my coupon and save at least 40% every week. And it's real exciting when you get the 50% ones. Yeah, just kind of like move the paper around and get it how you want it. And tie a sweet little bow. Okay. And then I would take the excess and just cut. And then on the back you can take like a label, and I do have some labels. But since it's Valentine's, try and find a label that's a little bit more decorative. I do have these. I have blue and I have red, so I can just take one off. Alright, so my camera died right when I was telling you about the sticker. This is just a sticker that I have, and you could find more decorative Valentine's Day stickers, and that's what I would do. So you would just put the fragrance on here, and that is soap, and address it to whoever, and package it nicely. You can put it in a cute bag with some tissue paper and give it to them, or you can make several and give it to them as a gift. Here I have more that I've done. Oops. This one is strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. And also I added some string. And you can find this little string ribbon. You can find this at Michael's also. And all I did was tied it on there. And you take the scissors and you just do it this way, and it'll curl up. So that's how you do that. And this one is a man's fragrance, and I have some black tulle, and so I just tied it with some tulle. And this one is fragrance with cool water, so I think guys would like it too. Okay, this one is white, black, and red, and I'll do it again, and the next one I'll do it'll be white, red in the middle, and then black on the end, and the red is see-through like this red. So that's something I'll do. And I think I fragranced this one with a fragrance called Bite Me, and it smells so good. So yeah, that's how you do that. These will make great Valentine's Day gifts. So if you want to do the lips or your heart, whatever you get without the stick, just do it this way. And then here's the bag. This bag is really huge, but you can just put it in a bag like this and take your ribbon. And another thing that's cute too, you can put like some little botanicals in here, some flowers. If it's rose fragrance, you can put like some little pieces of rose, dried rose. You can find it at Michael's also. And so just take the ribbon. And another thing that I would do, you could also use a hole punch and get some cute paper and do like black, red, and white, or just red and white, and just punch the paper and put like the little holes that come out. Put those little circles inside, you know, as confetti. Or you can buy confetti. You know, it's up to you. Sky's the limit. So, and you can put tissue paper at the bottom. It's up to you guys. I mean, it's up to you how decorative you want it. But I wouldn't, you know, overdo it because you don't want to take away from the gift itself. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for my next video, and it'll be a soap video too. If you guys are sick of soap, then let me know, please. I got some polymer clay videos that I'm coming up with, and resin that'll be coming up this year also. So just stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.